Good morning. It's about 7:30. Just starting to get a little sun out here. Just wanted to say hi to all my 7th grade students. It was a good night's sleep for my first night. I wanted to show you guys kind of my tent set up a little bit now that I'm here, so let me do that. So this is where I set up last night, right here. You guys can kind of see what I was telling you about how I use my tent poles, or my trekking poles, to set up my tent. So there's one I shortened, and then there's the taller one in there holding up the whole thing. Got my oatmeal here, just hydrating, some water in it. I'll eat that here in a minute. And you know, this is the inside of the tent, so not much there, just to get my sleeping bag in there and my clothing bag, some extra clothes that I just use as my pillow. Not a lot to show you, but one thing I didn't tell you about, I have to put my filter, so my water filter and my batteries and my phone in the bottom of my sleeping bag so they don't freeze at night. If the filter freezes with water in it, it'll be broken, and it will let contaminated water through. And obviously the batteries, you know, if they get too cold or too hot, it can damage them. So keep that stuff in there, and everything else just sitting out here ready for me to pack up. And I think I just need to eat my oatmeal here and get going. So it's starting to look like a nice day out. See, it's getting light through the trees. The sun's coming up over there. I've got quite a few miles to do today. I've done about 3 miles this morning. Dead Man's Gap is another 3 miles away, so I've done just a little over 3 miles maybe. Just hiking back there a little ways and ran across a guy walking along, had a little shotgun with him, and he said he was scoping out squirrels. Said he grew up out here and he likes to eat squirrels, so he's out doing some hunting. Asked me if I've seen any bear. He's carrying a big 45 with him. Said he's been chased by a bear out here before. He fired that 45 off and that bear stopped and went the other way. But you know, people do have those stories, but still hardly ever happens. You just talk to hundreds and hundreds of people who hike around, and they see the bear, and that bear might make some huffing noises and they back off and the bear goes away. That's been my experience as well, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure there's not some special Oklahoma aggressive bear out here. They're probably like all the other black bears. Anyway, alright, so another 3 miles to Dead Man's Gap. That's where I left my water, where I drove to last night and left a gallon of water so I could fill up, since there's not supposed to be much water out here. Although there was a huge storm that came through a couple nights ago, came all the way through here, and I've seen a decent amount of water so far. Now I haven't seen any for the last couple miles, but last night I saw lots of water, and this morning I saw a little bit for the first mile and a half or so. So we'll see. Came up on a little gravel road here, crossing. That is the main scenic highway that I was driving on last night to get to Dead Man's Gap to drop off my water. Right out there, you can kind of barely see it. And continue back through here. Keep on going. I just had a little snack. I was getting pretty worn out. I think I'm only maybe less than a mile from Dead Man's Gap. I guess we're gonna find out right here. Probably gonna tell me 2 miles. Anyway, I was getting a little tired, so I had a snack and I feel a lot better. Hale Scout Camp, Bohannon Creek Trail. Scout camp down there, that's cool. And Ouachita Trail, and it doesn't say how far to Dead Man, so we'll see. I think I'll be there shortly. Get my water. Well, the information I found online said that I needed to drop water at Dead Man's Gap because there's no water anywhere. And I've seen so much water, and now this thing, I mean, maybe in the dry season it's dry, but I mean, you couldn't drink that much water in a year. So I don't know, if I hadn't left a gallon of water up by the road, I would be stopping and filtering this and getting some incredible delicious stream water. But I'm just gonna hike on, pass it up. Oh, what a nice, it'd be a great place to camp at night. Have some nice water for my dinner. What a beautiful stream. Look at that thing, that's a lot of water. All right, here I am. Motorcycle just went by, so I know there's a road right there. There's a sign up ahead. That's Dead Man's Gap, I'm sure. That means my water should be sitting right over here in the trees behind this rock. Let's hope. Otherwise I have to walk back to that stream. Yeah, there's my jug of water I left here yesterday. Oh. Head up and find a place to sit here. Talamina State Park, 8 miles. So I've done 8 miles in the last day and last night. Whew. All right. Hey guys. So came across this guy and his son. Probably could see it just a little bit in the end of that last video segment. They're just out doing a little 3-day hike, doing 5 or 6 miles a day, so that's pretty cool. That little guy's probably having a great time. So let's see. I got into Dead Man's Gap a little before 11. I was shooting for 11, so a little ahead of schedule. And that's good. That means so I did 4 miles this morning, just a little more than 4. I mean 6, sorry, a little more than 6. And if I can hike another 6, so that means I was doing just a little tiny bit faster than 2 miles an hour. If I can go another 6 hours today, which is my plan, to hike until around 5:45 or so, then maybe I can get in another 12 miles, right? 6 times 2. So we'll see. I probably need to stop and eat some lunch at some point. Plus I'm going to start moving slower at the end of the day, so I don't know if I can quite do that, but if I can, that would put me at 18 miles for the day, which is pretty dang good. That's really what I'm hoping to average to make my distance. And this is definitely the hardest part of the trail from what I've heard. I mean, it's just rocks. You can see it's just rocks everywhere. Like, you're walking through rocks constantly. So it really slows you down. It's fun though, it makes it a little more fun, but it just makes you move slow. So we'll see. I'm hoping to get 18 miles today. I was telling all my students the 7th grade students yesterday about shelters, and so here's a shelter. You can see just from the back, you know, you go around, it's just open inside, and people can sleep in there, and a picnic table and stuff. There's no electricity or anything like that, but just gives you a place to stay out of the rain. So I thought you guys might like to see what one of those looks like. That looks like a pretty nice one too. It's in good shape, and it's right on the trail. Sometimes you have to hike, you know, a half mile to it. So that one looks great. Oh, and there's a sign to it. I guess that's the other entrance to the shelter. Nice boulder field. I'm not sure, but I think I'm at about mile 14 or 15, maybe 15. Anyway, this is the first really good view that I've gotten since I started hiking. Pretty nice. And it's over top of a really weird rock fall that I have to cross here. I haven't seen this out here yet. It goes all the way back there. And it looks like there's another one maybe way back beyond it, so I don't know where to cause this, but anyway, pretty view. Apparently someone didn't cross very well. Well, I've gone about 14 miles today, just a little over, and it's only about 4 o'clock. And there's the shelter that I was planning on staying in. But, well, we'll see. I am so tired and so worn out. Whew, I think I overestimated what I could do. But I'm going to stop here for sure, rest, maybe even take a little nap. We'll see if I feel better. Maybe I'll try to get in another couple miles. If not, I'll just stay here. Took me a little longer to do things than I expected today. I had a couple of times where the trail just got lost. It just wasn't marked at all, and I had to keep backtracking and going up and back and up and back to make sure I didn't get lost and trying to find the trail until I finally found it. So I wasted a little time as well, and added on a bunch of miles that didn't actually go anywhere. So well, shelter looks fairly decent. There's a hammock there, so maybe somebody's planning on staying here tonight. Not sure.